Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing your monthly horoscope forecast for the month of February 2019. So those of you that are new to my channel, please go ahead and take the time now to hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish on this channel. Also, be sure to visit my website if you would like to book a private reading, a private psychic reading. It's listed here on the website on the screen. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. So without further ado, let's get into your horoscopes for the month of February. Aries, this month, Aries, is going to be a month in which you are going to be kind of riddled with a little bit of regret in certain areas of your life. There's an aspect of your life right now that you are contemplating and you're trying to find some healing. There's something in you right now that could be feeling a lot of regret. Maybe you didn't get to say what you wanted to say last month to someone. Maybe something didn't come out the way that you wanted it to for it to happen, or for it to come into fruition. Maybe you were going to do something, but you didn't. Whatever it is, there's this deep sense of regret that you didn't get to say a piece of your mind or speak it. Possibly this is a friendship that, has ended, or a relationship, and you feel like you didn't receive the closure that you needed. And what Spirit is saying right now is that you are kind of like masquerading. You're kind of putting like a little bit of a mask this month of February, because the February is known as Valentine's Day. It's the month of love. It's going to be kind of hard for a lot of you Aries out there that are single right now to really be focused around Valentine's Day with, all the love, being on social media and seeing everyone post their pics, with their partners and gifts and things, like that. You may just be totally put off by a lot of this. It's not that you're being a Scrooge or you're being, it's just that certain things may trigger you and you may not feel the love exactly like you would have, this time last year. But whatever it is, you're questioning, you're asking yourself, why am I feeling like this? And that's kind of like the energy that surrounds you this month. You're asking yourself, why am I feeling like this? And you don't like to feel like this at all. So it is a process of clearing and eliminating the things that maybe no longer serve you right now in your life. There could also be some obsessive thoughts about someone or something. Maybe there's something that you want in your life and you're just not happy right now because it's not there. It's kind of like when we get obsessed with certain things in our life and we want it and we want it, and we can only think about it every single moment of the day. And then once you have that item, you no longer obsess over it or want it as much as you did, and kind of like the hype or the energy surrounding it, wanting it, has died off. And that's kind of like the energy this month right now. So Spirit is making you kind of do a little bit of your shadow work that you need to really focus on what is it, that is triggering a lot of these maybe darker thoughts or things that perhaps you hadn't really paid attention to. And so it could be a tumultuous time in your life right now for the month of February. But it's not all gloomy. You can work through it. There's certain ways that you can kind of meditate, pray, and take yourself to a Zen place. Remember, you're in control of your destiny, and the future is unwritten. But it's all going to be about your emotions and how you handle them this month and how you respond to things. By the end of the month, you could be feeling like you're, feeling alone. You could feel misunderstood. Like even if you were with someone, let's say you have a partner, you still could feel alone, and they may not be able to understand the magnitude of your loneliness because only you know what you feel deep in your heart. But Spirit is saying that everything is going to turn out okay. It's just a matter of you kind of not giving into those depressive thoughts and that depressive energy, really just focusing on the positives and the blessings that you have in your life. And you're one of the most hardest working signs out there. So, you really don't have to be alone if you don't want to, but a lot of you will go through the shadow work and be more of a loner this month of February, you know, to get through the month itself. But overall, this is the horoscope for the sign of Aries. Once again, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon. And just as a reminder, for those of you that are tuning in and interested maybe in getting a private psychic reading from me, I do offer psychic readings at very reasonable prices. You can go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. Thank you once again. Have a blessed month, Aries, and we're off to the next horoscope. Taurus, welcome to my channel again. If for those of you that are tuning in, if you have not yet hit the red subscribe button, please hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish. That being said and done, let's get into your horoscopes for this month. So for February, Taurus, what is immediately coming through from Spirit is that there are some people around you that may be addicted or may be having some habits that are not really healthy for their life. This could even be you having some kind of addictions or unhealthy, you know, coping mechanisms that need to be brought to the light. This doesn't necessarily have to be drugs or, you know, alcohol. It could be, you know, you just maybe spending hours on social media and that's kind of engulfed your life to a certain extent. Or it could be you overextending yourself and doing so much for so many people without, you know, pampering or self-loving yourself and not giving yourself enough attention, or your family or your home. So these are the kind of things that you need to really pay attention to this month. Where is your energy being diverted to? Where are you focusing most of your energy, and where is it going? And most of all, taking your health into consideration. This is going to be a month in which you could find that stress affects your immune system. So for a lot of you out there, you need to really ask yourself, what am I doing that is, where is my energy going the most? Where can I reorganize my priorities? And where can I focus the most attention to kind of make everything more streamlined? There could also be later this month a lot of sadness, but yet you are very strong-willed and you're very strong. So a lot of people that know you or that are close to you will not be able to detect anything, but there could be some strong longing or a sadness that is lingering for someone that you miss, that is no longer in your life right now. And this has you kind of, you know, crying. You may be emotional, upset. But you're telling yourself, you know, in the whole process that you won't, you know, you're not going to break down for this person. They're not worth it. But at the same time, the heart wants what it wants, you know, and you really can't deny that. So a lot of you, you know, will be kind of dealing with your inner self and your thoughts this month. Some of you also could be feeling more vulnerable, and there could be a lot of more of lust, feelings of lust, sexual communication. So those of you that are with a partner or meeting someone that, you know, is a partner now in your life, there's going to be a lot of that energy going into, you know, this month of February. It's, you know, you're finding more of your sensual side and connecting to it, whether it's that you find yourself sexy. And I know that sounds kind of weird. You know, most of us don't think of ourselves as being sexy or being pretty or being handsome, but this is going to be a month in which you kind of, like, the veil kind of thins to the point where you're able to kind of see your own beauty on the outside, or your own, you know, masculinity or feminine, divine feminine. So you're able to see your divinity. A lot of you are going to be able to see your divinity. That's what I'm getting at. And you're going to be able to see it and feel a little bit more positive about yourself, especially if those of you that suffer from, you know, conditions where you don't see yourself as beautiful. You're always, you know, conscious about your weight, always conscious about your, you know, your appearances. This is going to be a month in which you may feel a little bit more better about the situation and taking it into your own hands. There's somebody right now also in your life this month of February that perhaps is going through some patterns that are more negative in their life, and you have served them as a teacher in many ways. And you try to help them kind of, clear their karma, do whatever you could, because you really do care about people when it comes down to it. You're just a very caring person. But Spirit is saying this month, for you, that you really shouldn't, put yourself in a position where you feel like you have given up or you failed. This is not about that. Really and truly, a person, if they want to continue to suffer, they're going to continue to suffer regardless of what you do for them. It's all about their power and their mindset. So kind of, isolate yourself, pray for them, and then keep it moving. It doesn't serve you to be bogged down by that kind of energy. So remember, do not forget to treat yourself, pamper yourself, and show yourself self-love this month. So I want to thank you once again for tuning in. This is the horoscope forecast for the month of February for the sign of Taurus. If you have any, if you would like to get a private reading from me, you can do it and go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. I do offer affordable pricing, and also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. Also, I was going to tell you, if you have not yet subscribed to my website, when you go to my website and the very homepage, there is a subscribe box. Go ahead and subscribe to my website, because I do give out a lot of news, regarding sales, giveaways, things like that. So have a blessed month, Taurus. Blessings in love and light. Thank you. Gemini, welcome to my forecast for the month of February 2019. Those of you that have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish. So this month for you, Gemini, is going to be very, very interesting. There's a lot of plot twists and turns about things that are happening this month in particular. The first thing is there's this feeling that offsets the beginning of the month, where you're feeling like someone is being fake. Someone is not being genuine to you. There is someone in your midst that is really putting a facade, and it's like their heart is artificial. It's not authentic. There's no connection. You feel disconnected. This could be someone that you thought of very fondly, someone that you had some feelings for, but now it's kind of like the mask has fallen, and a lot of you are going to be tapping into the real person. And that's kind of scary, because when you get to see the real person, well, it's not really scary, but it's good, because once you get to see the person for what they are, for who they are, it's going to change the game completely for you this month. You will no longer be spending the same amount of energy and time that you were maybe focusing or worrying about them, and vying for their attention, or for them to kind of, focus on you. Now you're going to be focusing a lot more on your power, and infusing more color into your life. What I mean by that is infusing color is putting more of the rainbow, of the beauty that that light has to offer, because light is a spectrum of rainbows, a spectrum of color. And a lot of us that like last month in particular, a lot of us have been in a gray type of period where the color has been void. It's like looking at a TV screen, an old TV set, and it's just black and white or gray, the screen, and now it's going to be in color. It's like you're seeing life through a colorful lens now, and it means that you're coming into your power, you're coming into your light. There's a lot more positivity. You're able to eliminate pride. That is something that is very much a struggle for a lot of us Geminis, where we are very independent, we're very strong-willed. We don't necessarily need the help of anyone, but we don't necessarily want to ask for help either. And so Spirit is saying this month to kind of be more vulnerable. Allow yourself to get help if you need help from someone. Do not, shut people out, because that's going to be very necessary for you to move on in your life wherever you feel like there's stagnation right now. But for a lot of us Geminis, we've been doing the healing through the month of January. We started off the year off right, healing and releasing and purging. And it hasn't been easy, but we're getting to a point now where we don't have to hide our true self. We don't have to mask those feelings anymore to make someone else feel happy or to try to get to their level so that they can get to love us or appreciate who we are. So Spirit is saying, regardless if it's a spouse, if this is a partner, if it's a friend, just be yourself. That person is going to come eventually back to you. They're going to circle back once they realize how wrong they are, and the vibration that they're living in right now is more of a negative vibration, and it feeds them. So when people are in a negative vibration and they're constantly in that vibration, they can't see anything else than that, and it becomes almost like their home, the place that they live in, a state of being. And so they are going to come back once they feel that they no longer have any kind of, excitement out of that. Because believe it or not, there is excitement in darkness and there is excitement in light for some people. So right now, you're just needing to focus on yourself and know that you are special. You are powerful. You have everything that it takes to make the changes that you want to implement right now. There could be a sense also that, you're kind of hurt for a lot of us Geminis, and maybe you want to seek some type of revenge over someone. This is outside of your character, not necessarily something that you're going to do, but Spirit is saying to release those thoughts. You don't need to feed into the darkness. You don't need to feed into that negativity. So don't, give your power away to someone else when you don't have to. Honor yourself, love yourself enough to know when to kind of, retract back and stay focused with you, and what you're wanting to do. A lot of you may be planning a trip, a romantic getaway. A lot of you could be doing some improvement, in your home. But whatever it is that you're doing that's creative, it's going to be bringing a freshness, before the month is over of February. So it's a very, very good time to be you, Gemini. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to visit my website if you'd like to book a private reading. Yes, I do read regular people that are not celebrities. You can go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Now, I do offer affordable prices for my readings. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. Also was going to tell you, if you have not yet subscribed to my website, on the homepage of my website, you can go at the very bottom left-hand corner. There is a subscribe box. Go ahead and subscribe to my website because I do offer from time to time sales on my readings. I also offer giveaways and other news updates. And so I want you to be fully aware of what options are out there for you. So blessings and love and light. Have an amazing month, Gemini. Cancer, this month for you, Cancer, for February 2019, you are going to be finding that you're focusing a lot on your health. Your health is your wealth, and for a lot of you, you maybe have been feeling not so good energetically speaking for the last couple of weeks. Some of you maybe have fallen ill, but there's a lot of focus right now around your health, and that's where your main focus is going to be this month. A lot of you are breaking through anger, resentment, a lot of these feelings that are normal and very human of us here on the physical earth, physical realm. A lot of you have been holding on to some pain. Perhaps you've been hurt by someone. There's been some disagreements, and you're just feeling like overall that you're kind of tied to a situation or bound to a situation, and nothing has really improved. Spirit is telling you this is the time to really set your sights and your goals that you have for the future. Not a time to give up. This is a time to work even harder, even when it's you're faced with adversity, or you're faced in a situation that you don't seem like you can, you don't feel like, or you don't see a way possibly out of it. Spirit is saying right now to just keep praying, keep focusing that there is a way. There is always a way to get what you're wanting or what you're needing. You can't force it, but at the same time, you can work towards it. And it's all about your mindset and where you give your energy and your attention to right now. So a lot of you could be focusing or feeling like you're, kind of sacrificing a piece of your happiness to make someone else happy or to make someone else's dream come true. For a lot of you that are working a 9-to-5 job, but perhaps have goals of opening your own business very soon, or going back to school to pursue something, and maybe you have some means or ways of doing this. Financially, you may be living with someone that is the main breadwinner, or someone that can help you, while you kind of balance part-time work and going back to school. Whatever the situation is, Spirit is saying that right now there are going to be sacrifices that are being made for the greater good, for your greater good. But in the process of it, you will be getting ahead and you will be reaching those goals. But it's a matter of just taking it one day at a time. A lot of us want to already be at the end, the final result. We want to have the final result. But in order to get to that, you have to work really hard. You can never get from the beginning to the end and eliminate everything in between. You have to go through everything, because everything that you go through is a lesson, it's an experience, it's growth, spiritual growth here in the physical world. So with that being said and done, a lot of you could now be feeling like you're able to understand more of your parents, understand other people in your past that maybe you had judged, or you had kind of pointed a finger at one time, but you didn't understand the circumstances behind that. There now is something that you're faced with your own reality. You're faced with this whole scheme of reality and how it all interplays. The past, the present, who you were in the past, and how you maybe judged someone, or you kind of had a certain opinion about someone, is now you're being faced with that same reality, and it's kind of like opening your eyes, and you're like, I really am understanding and able to see, why I felt that way, but I'm also able to see that other person's reason for being in that state of being, or in that situation at that particular time. So it's kind of like the past is revisiting the present to give you a bigger perspective of the bigger picture. Like I said, we're all intertwined and interconnected in this web, or in this world, in this matrix of the universe. So right now you could be still focusing a lot on the people that have hurt you, or people that right now you're maybe not seeing eye to eye with, but at the end of the month, it's kind of like you come full circle, and you do feel like a lot of peace within yourself for the month of February. There is peace, and you are able to win whatever, like I said, adversity that you're facing, whatever challenges that are very difficult for you emotionally, physically, etc. You're going to overcome these emotions this month as well. So this is a horoscope for the sign of Cancer. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so by visiting my website. It's at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. And above all, if you have not yet subscribed to my website, please go ahead and subscribe to my website. On the homepage, there is a subscribe box. And the reason that I'm saying that is because from time to time I do offer sales, promotions. There are giveaways that I have for people that are subscribed exclusively to my website, that you wouldn't get notified of it, on social media. So I look forward to seeing you there. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing month, Cancer. Leo, welcome to my channel. Leo, welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2019. I hope all of you are doing very well. If you have not yet subscribed to my to my YouTube channel, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish. That being said and done, let's get into your horoscope for this month. So this month for you, Leo, it is going to be a month in which you are coming out of a darker period in your life. For a lot of you, this is going to be a very difficult month, because it is the month of love. Perhaps you've shared a lot of memories in the past with an ex, or with someone that was special in your life, but you're no longer with this person. So if you're with someone new, there could be memories that pop up or creep up. This, again, the month of February around holidays, it's extremely difficult for a lot of you, but you're going to need to be strong. You're going to need to surround yourself with a good support system and know that you're not no longer alone, because this month there is a feeling of kind of getting, kind of feeling like you're being pulled into different directions. You could be feeling kind of like broken inside, but on the outside, people wouldn't be able to tell that you are broken, you know, because you do put on a strong appearance, you know, to the outer world. But your inner side could feel very much shattered in some ways. You could also be kind of feeling like you're ready to commit to someone else, but yet you're kind of like feel like your heart is imprisoned. Your heart is not ready to really be released from the cage that you have it kind of locked in, to really give, you know, your time and your energy to someone else. So there's a lot of inner struggle. This is a month in which you are going to need to break that lock. You're needing to escape out of the normality. A lot of you could be feeling like right now, you know, there's people that are working against you. I'm just going to keep it real. There's a lot of people that you feel like maybe they're backstabbing you, like potential people who call themselves friends. You know, you're always there for those people, but when it's your time of need, you could be feeling like some of them are not really, you know, being there to help you or to help you heal, and where you're needing it. And so this can kind of, you know, turn into something where it's a little darker for you if you're not careful with it. The key here right now is to not indulge in anything that is darker in nature this month, and not to give into darker feelings, or take revenge into your own hands, or do anything out of the norm. Right now you need to really stay positive and aligned with good people that you consider soul family, people that bring out your light, that honor your light, and that honor you as a person, and that love you unconditionally without any strings attached. You know, there is a feeling that there is someone right now in your life that could be more like, you know, someone that is draining you energetically, that is just taking and taking from you. For a lot of you, you know, you could be blinded by love or blinded by something else. You know, whatever it is, Spirit is wanting you to remove those blinds, that blindfold from your eyes, to open your eyes completely and know that you can see past through anything that is being covered up, or that people are trying to kind of pull the wool over your eyes. You're able to kind of discern that. So tap into your spirituality, to your intuition. And for a lot of you this month, you're going to notice that you're, you know, vibrating at a higher level spiritually, and that your insight that you have, you know, is there. Those of you that you know, have wanted to see, you know, see your life in a happier, you know, perspective, know that you are making progress with your soul. You are making the right decisions, but you need to just continue to forge ahead. Again, this month is about recognizing your power and not giving it to anybody that is not deserving of it. So again, honor yourself. That's the main message for this month for the sign of Leo. I want to thank you so much for those of you that have asked if I do private readings for regular people. Yes, I do. I don't just read celebrities. You can go to my website if you'd like to book a private psychic reading. It's at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. And I do offer my readings at affordable prices. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. Also, don't forget to go to my website and subscribe to my website, because from time to time I do run promotions on readings. I also may offer giveaways. So like for this month of February, I do have a giveaway. Or rather, I will be having a giveaway for this month of February. So I will be announcing that only to my subscribers, that are exclusive. It's only for exclusively to the subscribers. So be sure to subscribe. So blessings and love and light. Have a blessed month, Leo. Virgo, welcome to my channel. Welcome to your horoscopes for the month of February 2019. This month for you, Virgo, it is going to be about you kind of looking at your beauty, looking at how beautiful you are, looking at yourself from a different set of lenses. A lot of you have really been bogged down by all the adversity in your life, a lot of the, you know, the troubles that we all go through, the daily, you know, hustle and bustle, so to speak. So for a lot of us, it's been kind of a moment of self-realization, kind of breaking past all of these feelings that haven't really been healthy for us. And so with you this month, you're going to feel like light is shining through. This is a month of love. It's a month of loving yourself, loving others, even if it's not on a romantic level, even if you're single out there. It's about, just embracing love in its totality, and really through that, you're going to open doors for yourself with for love. If you've been single, if you're in a relationship and it's rocky, this is a month to kind of repair or fix any wrongs, using your creativity, your spontaneity, your tenacious, or um, your energy, so to speak. You're going to kind of feel like you can make peace. And this is what it is all about this month. Bringing peace into your life, bringing light, bringing resolution. You're tired of fighting with someone. You're tired of, for many of you, you're tired of just dealing with the same situation over and over, or arguments that are over petty things. And to a certain point, you have to ask yourself, am I being mature, or am I stooping to someone that is acting very immature to their level? And for a lot of you, you're just tired of that. You don't want to go through that same situation over and over and over again. So you are going to kind of, go into making peace, whether it's like meeting with some people and having conversations with them over, a cup of coffee or over some drinks, whatever the ambiance you want to create that ambiance and kind of, create a situation where you can get to this person from a place of love and make them understand that, you're tired of the battles. You're just tired of the whole situation, and you're no longer going to feed that situation, regardless if they don't longer want to talk to you or whatever it is that's going to happen, that you're willing to, see past everything and start anew. That is the energy that you need this month. A lot of you are going to be surrounded by your spiritual guides, your spiritual power this month. It's going to be a very mystical time for you, for a lot of you, a time of enchantment, a time of maybe some of you are going on a Wiccan path and you're using witchcraft, whether it's white magic or, gray magic or whatever. There is going to be a lot of you that are kind of delving into this kind of a, area or modality. A lot of you are learning new modalities. You could be intrigued. A lot of you could be seeking some private psychic readings from psychics. You could be buying some tarot or tarot cards and oracle cards and kind of giving yourself some readings daily. But there is a sense of you wanting to know what is the future outcome, what is something that's going to be happening very soon. A lot of you could be kind of on edge of your seat waiting to know the outcome. What Spirit is saying right now is that there is a lot of things that are being kept secret. This is more from on your level than anyone else keeping secrets from you. You could be keeping secrets from someone else because you don't want them to ultimately know your strategic plan. A lot of you may be planning to leave a relationship, but you do feel like if you were to, let that person know ahead of time that your plans would be thwarted or they would be completely, stopped in some kind of way. So a lot of you are going to be very secretive this month, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just remind yourself why you're keeping that secret, and how long you can keep it. And also ask yourself what is going to be the impact of keeping a secret from someone else, because you may know that person better than they know themselves, and you know how they're going to react in the future. So this is a horoscope for the sign of Virgo, wishing you all a blessed month. If you would like to book a private reading, because I get this asked quite often, whether I just read for celebrities or do celebrity readings. No, I do regular readings for everyday people. I don't discriminate. So if you would like to book a private psychic reading with me, you can go to my website listed here on the screen. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. It's also listed in the description box below, and I do offer affordable pricing for my readings. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. I want to also tell you to subscribe to my website if you have not yet done so, you can do that on the homepage of my website. And the reason for that is because I do offer some giveaways and also some sale promos that are only exclusive to members on my website that have subscribed. So go ahead and do that. Blessings and love and light. Have a blessed month, Virgo. Thank you. Libra, welcome to my channel. Welcome to your February 2019 horoscopes. For those of you that are newly tuning in, have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish. That being said and done, let's get into your horoscopes for this month. So this month for you, Libra, it is a month of you kind of renewing yourself, invigorating yourself, kind of refreshing yourself. A lot of you are going to be planning trips. You're going to be planning parties or get-togethers. It's a month of love. It's a month of purging yourself from anything or any vibration that no longer serves you. There is a lot of festivities. A lot of you are turning to more of a holistic path as well. You could be finding yourself using a lot of lavender infused essential oils, working with essential oils, working more with a juicing, doing things that are putting more of herbs and spices into your life. It's almost like you're cleansing yourself from the inside out. It's a time of loving yourself more, and this is going to become very prevalent. At the same time, while you're doing this, your spirituality is growing for a lot of you. So whatever job that you do 9 to 5, you could be finding that that job is no longer fulfilling to you. There's this feeling of change needed. So a lot of you are going to be gravitating towards change, however you can do that. A lot of you, this is going to be a month where you're going to find that special soulmate, or you could be more awakened now and noticing your worth in people, guys or women, depending on who you are. They could be gravitating towards you. There could be some flirtatious energy that is being exchanged, and it may scare you in the beginning a little bit, or you may feel a little like, why is this happening to me now? Especially if you've been single for quite some time, or you've been stuck in a relationship that has already gone sour or stagnant. And Spirit is saying that it's just time, your light is shining. You're very magnetic this month. Your aura is, kind of very much magnetic. It's very enchanted in many ways, where people are just gravitating towards you. A lot of you also are reconnecting with Mother Nature. You may be planning some trips that are outside, working outside, doing something that connects you and grounds you to Mother Earth's energy, to Gaia. A lot of you are going to be, eliminating and purging a lot of your pain that has been repressed, or memories that have been repressed. A lot of you could be forming some bonds with your sisters. When I say sisters, this doesn't necessarily have to be family, but friends that are like sisters or brothers. Whoever it is that is in your circle of friends, there's this get together, there's this energy that you're going to have some powerful discussions that lead to kind of like you opening your eyes and seeing things from a fresh perspective. Going back to what I was saying earlier about your spirituality, this is going to be a month in which a lot of you can drive a lot of power from the lunar cycles, using that lunar cycle to draw power from the moon energy into yourself to make things manifest the way that you want. A lot of you are going to be taking trips, like I said, to escape from your 9 to 5 or your 9 to 5 job, or your reality of home life. You need to kind of sometimes we need to disconnect ourselves from that for a few days or a weekend getaway, just to kind of refresh our batteries and kind of really, feel a little bit better about ourselves. So Spirit is saying that this is going to be a time in which you will need to do that. It's no longer prolonging it. Don't prolong it any longer, because the longer that you do this, the more that it's going to kind of, weigh heavy on you. So this is going to be a month in which you just need to kind of be more free. It's about being carefree and being a free spirit, and not being bound by anyone or being held down by anything, regardless of what it may be deemed as being negative. you want to turn it into a positive. So that's the energy for the month of February for the sign of Libra. So I want to thank you for tuning in. For those of you that have been asking if I read regular people or I just read celebrities, I do read everyday people. I don't discriminate. You can go to and book a private psychic reading with me on my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. Also be sure to subscribe to my website on my homepage if you haven't, on my website, because I do offer some exclusive giveaways and also some promos on sales and stuff that I have exclusively only to the members of my website. So be sure to subscribe. I want to wish you a blessed month again. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Libra. Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and this is your February 2019 horoscope forecast for the month for the sign of Scorpio. So let's get into it. So this month, Scorpio, a lot of you could be facing some resistance. There's something that you are resisting. This could be your higher path, a higher calling for yourself. You're giving your power, your energy maybe to someone or some things that that are no longer serving you, your greater good. So Spirit is asking you to really kind of reassess your priorities. Listen to your dreams and the things that are happening in your dreams in particular. Spirit wants you to do that because a lot of you are been asking yourself, what are these dreams about? Or you're trying to interpret how the dreams impact your reality that you're living right now. And again, this is going back to resisting. There could be something that you're resisting, that you're not fully embracing to embark on a new path. So Spirit is wanting you to do that. Also, you could be having a feeling like you are wanting to know the future. You're wanting to know what is going to be happening. The unknown kind of scares you in some kind of way. So Spirit is saying, don't be scared by something, that you cannot see right now. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why you don't know the future or why you may not be able to see that. You can go and reach out to a psychic and get maybe some future insight. There are some psychics that, that are blessed with future, to see the future, or to receive any snippets of the future insight that's going to be given. But for the most part, you do need to realize that the future can always be the future is always unwritten, and it can always be changed by our free will. So the decisions that you make today are going to impact the actions and things, that the outcomes of tomorrow. A lot of you that are Scorpios out there that are dealing with your inner mysticism. A lot of you could be finding that you are now dealing with your shadow self. There are some darker thoughts, things that you've been dealing with that maybe have been making you feeling a little depressed, feeling a little emotional, feeling disconnected from the world and from other people. This is going to be a month in which you are kind of purging through that, working through the shadow to get to the light, because in order to get to the light, you have to go through the shadow, your shadow self. We all have a light and dark side, and when you're in tune with your dark side, you're able to overcome any darkness, that may be surrounding another person. Right now, there's also a lot of focus on your money. For a lot of you Scorpios out there, it's about your coins, as the young people say nowadays. It's all about, your money and your finances. And maybe you don't feel like you have enough of it right now. But things are going to be changing for the positive. You are facing now a lot of the truth in your life. You're able to see things and no longer are in denial of things. So this is a good month because a lot of you are going to really see things that need to be changed, patterns and stuff like that you're analyzing, and it's going to bring about some greater opportunities for you. If you've been waiting to hear from a certain job, or you are wanting to start a new job, this is going to be a very powerful month to go out there and be fearless and be your normal Scorpio self. Put out your resume, network, kind of meet with friends, do the things that that you used to do that brought you a lot of happiness, and not really being faced with a lot of the fears, and realizing that even if somebody like a friend is on a different path than yourself, that you shouldn't isolate them or treat them any different. Keep loving them for who they are. That may not be your path, but at the same time, we all need a support system, because a lot of you Scorpios out there tend to push away people that are not on your same path, or you may feel like, that is coming from a place of ego, and it could be like you judging them, so without even realizing that that is being done. So if people start walking away from your life, this is the reason why. They may be picking up on your energy. You could be coming across kind of, as not really, meshing well with them, or having a different opinion, but it could be your ego that's taking over. So keep that in check this month. Make sure that you're checking on your ego, and that it's not pushing people away from you, rather than keeping people in your life that may, may be on a different path, but can still help you, and they have something to offer you. So that's the horoscope for this month. For those of you that are tuning in and wondering if I just read celebrities, no, I read everyday people. I don't discriminate. You can go ahead and go to my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray, and also be sure to subscribe to my website, because I do offer some promotions that are exclusively only to the members of my site, and also giveaways. So stay tuned for that. Wishing you everyone a blessed month. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sagittarius, welcome to my horoscopes for the sign of Sagittarius for February 2019. So as we get into the month of February 2019, for you, what is going to start off is that you're kind of turning more to your spiritual side. For a lot of you out there, you're kind of finding some comfort, some warmth, some acceptance, and most of all, feeling appreciated by other like-minded people that are light workers, healers, mediums, psychics, Reiki masters, etc. So a lot of you may be tuning in a little bit more, even if you like work a 9-to-5 job, or you're a nurse. This is going to be a month in which you're kind of, turning to your family, in a sense, your spiritual family. We all have a physical family here on earth, a soul family, and we have a soul family. And it's like you're turning more to your spiritual or soul family. And you're able to connect with your higher self, and really ask yourself, what is it that's making you happy? What's not? You could also be finding that, you feel like there is a situation in your life right now that is sort of repeating itself. You're seeing some patterns repeat itself, and you're wanting that to stop. You no longer want that to keep reoccurring, but you're not sure how to go about the process of stopping that. And the way that you can stop things from repeating itself is basically honoring yourself and setting up healthy boundaries, and knowing what you want out of life and what you're willing to accept, because people treat us the way that we the way that we treat ourselves, or however we allow them to treat us, they're going to treat you that way. And so a lot of you could be stepping in that are feminine out there, that are are females or males that are very in tune with your divine feminine side. A lot of you could be stepping into your divine masculine side, and really turning into your masculinity to kind of deal with this head on, and be very straightforward. So if you're encountering a situation that is very taxing, and that maybe is very very strong, Spirit is wanting you to kind of think, on a very strong level, and be very strong in your words, even if it comes across maybe as a little too harsh. Sometimes some tough love is needed in this situation. Later in the month, you do feel like you are, flying high. A lot of you could be very much in a loving place. Like I said, this is the month of love. It's February, so whatever the month, whatever is coming to you, there is a sense of feeling like at the end of the month that, you're having a lot of time to yourself to really enjoy life, whether it's, you going out with a group of friends, taking a road trip yourself over the weekend, or buying yourself a new, set of clothing, a new outfit. Whatever it is, it's like you are feeling, very connected with the earth. And a lot of you, you could be, going through some transformations on a deeper level. And this is what it's all about, transforming inside and out. So it's definitely a good time to be you. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. As I've said before, I don't just read regular celebrities. I do read everyday people. I don't discriminate. You to book a private psychic reading with me, you can go to my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. It's listed here. And then also you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my website because I do offer a lot of promotions or giveaways exclusively to the members that are subscribed to my website. So blessings and love and light. Have an amazing month, Sagittarius. Capricorn, welcome to your February 2019 horoscope forecast. This month for you, Capricorn, it is going to be a month in which you're stepping into your divinity, and you're kind of honoring yourself a little bit more. You're understanding things that maybe you didn't have clarity before. You're now finding that clarity. Things are making a lot more sense to many of you out there. There's a sense of, healing. A lot of you are going through a deep healing, and it's not pleasant always. This month is not going to be easy for a lot of you out there because maybe some of you are single. It is the month of love. Some people don't, they have memories of their past around February 14th, Valentine's Day. So it is going to be a month in which you're kind of may not be feeling so much the holiday that is approaching, but a lot of you could also be working on yourself to heal situations in your past. So there's this ability for you to kind of reconcile with someone that at a distance, to make amends, to kind of repair things and be the bigger person. You're a very hard worker and always dedicated to your work. When you're done with someone, you're usually done, but Spirit is wanting you to maybe revisit the past if you're feeling so inclined to. If you feel like a pull towards this, don't resist that pull to maybe reach out to someone that you have fallen out with, and kind of make amends and kind of heal that situation. A lot of you could be finding that also that there is a special female in your life, whether it's a mother, an aunt, a sister, or a friend, that is very much, someone that you find comfort in, you find peace, and, you find beauty most of all through them. And this person maybe, maybe helping you in some kind of way right now with a hardship. Open your heart and your soul to them and allow them to kind of help you with that. A lot of you could be fighting in a fighting mode this month as well. Fighting your own inner battles, your thoughts, depression. It's not easy, but a lot of you will be able to, like I said, through the healing that you're doing in the beginning of the month and the work of that, you're going to be able to kind of heal all other areas of your life. For those of you right now that have, maybe made promises to people, Spirit is wanting you to remember those promises that you made, and what you've set out into the world, that energy that you've set out and given to other people. Honor that, in yourself, and honor other people around you. And that's the energy for this month. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this horoscope forecast, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. And also don't forget to subscribe to my website if you haven't yet. If you go to my homepage on my website, you can subscribe, and I do offer from time to time promotions and updates on sales and giveaways only exclusively to the members of my website that are subscribed. So have a blessed month, and thank you so much. Aquarius, welcome to my channel. Welcome to your February 2019 horoscope. For those of you that are not yet subscribed to my to my channel, please go ahead and hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon. So this one's for February 2019. What is in store for Aquarians out there? Right now, you are going to be finding that there is a female in your life right now that is going through a rough patch. In the month of February, you are going to help somebody that is a female in your life whether you're a male or a female Aquarian, you're going to be helping someone. Someone needs your help, and you're someone that can give that help and give that advice that is needed to this person that is suffering in silence or maybe going through some tough issues. And you can kind of relate to it because you've been in that place before yourself. And so you're very self-giving and loving. This is also a month of love for a lot of you. A lot of you could be going through, the next phase in a relationship, or you could be, kind of, willing to explore different parts of your relationship that you're in right now. So this is about a month of creating. A lot of you could be falling pregnant. A lot of you could be thinking about adoption. A lot of you could be thinking about, taking, or, making a promise, or, giving someone a promise ring, or doing something that kind of brings a commitment to a relationship. A lot of you could have some fears that you're overcoming still. There are some people, there's this feeling that you feel like you are playing, someone is playing games with you, or that you're possibly faced with a situation that is like a game, and you're kind of seeing this. And at the same time, you know that you're good at winning certain situations, at winning, in your life. You're not about quitting or giving up. But there's this sense that you need to be careful if you're playing games with someone, or whatever you're doing that is not coming from a vibration of love. It could be out of spite. It could be out of, whatever it is. Know that karma is divinely looking at the situation, and that things can turn around. So you definitely need to really make sure that you're vibrating at a very positive energy. If you're surrounded by someone who is feeding you negative thoughts about someone else, or trying to twist you about someone else, isolate those thoughts, and those opinions. You are your own person, and very intuitive, because again, like a lot of the things that you put out there are going to come back to you. You could be going through a fight later this month, whether it's a legal fight, a legal battle, a lawsuit, or, you going through some kind of fight in your life with someone at a distance, maybe a business partner, maybe a friend. But there is going to be some disagreement, a big disagreement, and you're going to be prepared for the battle of your life this month. Maybe, where you're used to not having confrontation, there's a need to be confrontational, a need to defend yourself, a need to stand up. That is coming. And this is all part of you paying attention to the signs that the universe is giving you, the angel numbers, the repetitive synchronicities. Pay attention to that. But when you are with people of your tribe, of your soul tribe that are, surrounding you, and you're able to get that advice from them, you kind of create a synergy between you and them. Whatever it is, like I said, just pay attention to your surroundings. Don't fall in the trap of playing games, or, feeding a game that someone else may be playing with you. Honor yourself, love yourself, and honor your relationship and your love life. That is the main message for Aquarians this month. So for those of you that are tuning in and that have asked, do I just read celebrities? No, I read everyday people. I don't discriminate. You can go to my website. It's listed here on the screen. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. And don't forget to subscribe to my website, because I do offer promos and giveaways and other information only exclusively to the members that are subscribed to my website. So have a blessed month, and thank you so much. Pisces, welcome back to my channel. This is your February 2019 horoscope forecast. So for this month for you Pisces, there is a lot of power that you're coming into. You could be feeling very powerful, very connected. This is the month of love. You could be feeling very on top of the world, very fulfilled. Right now you could be enjoying a relationship to the fullest. There's a lot of positivity that surrounds you this month. A lot of you are moving forward with, your life, with your goals, with things that you're wanting to do. You're no longer, focusing on the past. It's all about the present and the future. And you're taking every day, as it comes. A lot of you are wanting to grow. There could be some trips that you're planning with a partner, maybe a romantic getaway for Valentine's Day. There could be some moments of maybe you hanging out with some friends, having a party, a pre-Valentine's Day party, or, just celebrating in the month. There's a lot of celebration, a lot of positive news. At the same time, there are some obstacles that you need to pay attention to. These could be things that are in your life that maybe are unhealthy coping mechanisms. Maybe someone else, maybe a partner is doing something that is unhealthy and trying to get you to do the same thing as them or mold you to be like them. And this is where you're going to have to set yourself apart and realize that you are your own individual self, and you're not needing to no longer, play into that kind of game or pattern. Honoring yourself and really loving yourself so much that you know that you don't need to change for anyone. Being yourself is just as perfect as it can be. There's some memories, of the past. Maybe you're struggling right now because you're not seeing eye to eye with your family, or you know that your family needs you, but for whatever reason, you don't feel like you want to go back to that place or go back to the past. So a lot of you could be feeling later in the month kind of bored and kind of, trying to do something that maybe will kind of distract the feelings that you have on the inside. This is going to be a time also this month to really kind of assess your material gains, your material world and where you are with that, your finances. A lot of you could be in debt and afraid to tell people that you're in debt. Because again, you may be living in a city or a place where it's all about the appearances, or you don't want people to judge you. But whatever the situation is, Spirit is saying that, you just need to be yourself and speak the truth, and other people are going to come to respect you greater when you are able to come from a place of truth than, lies and stuff like that. So be very, honest with yourself and what you're wanting from the world. And when you're able to do that, then you're going to create a greater awareness and a greater future for yourself. And that's what it's all about for this month. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Blessings and love and light to each and every one of you.